Charged with attempted murder. Well, that kind of sucks. That's kind of that doesn't sound like a good thing. Let's check it out.
A big YouTuber named Eric Conover, almost 3 million subscribers, is facing a multitude of serious charges, including attempted murder. That's not Weenie Hut Jr. That's pretty high-level crime.
That's crazy. 3 million subs and you would even risk this to, like, why would you do this shit? That's crazy. That's nuts. Like on a on a stage like that, you probably have everything you need. Like, what made you go psycho? What happened?
If crime was Call of Duty,
he could call it a prank and call it a day.
that would be pretty close to hitting prestige level. And he's spoken recently. And
did he make an apology video? Oh, sorry guys, I tried to kill somebody.
Basically cut like a WWE promo, like, you got it all wrong, and if you ever question my mental competence, I will come snap you in half like a Kit Kat, I swear to God.
That's nuts.
I'm paraphrasing a bit, but he did talk about how he would eviscerate anyone that questions his mental competence. It's really weird shit. He's claiming it's all a massive misunderstanding, but let's go ahead and set the stage here, the lore that you need to know. Eric is a very successful YouTuber whose content focuses on these...
What 150 million buys you on a billionaire row in New York City? Touring a rare historic New York City car, touring 400. So he's like money guy. I have a lot of money. And that's basically his content.
Luxury mansion tours.
Rich people content. This is the worst part about this. This is not even for rich people. This is for poor people to dream about this shit. I have never found this shit interesting at all.
Luxury mansion.
Personally. But like, I mean, I get, there are probably, yeah, what the hell is going on here?
Tours. He goes and does all these bougie real estate videos where he shows you these dreadfully overpriced locations.
Imagine paying taxes of those. That's the funny thing about taxes, is that kind of helps you get rid of taxes.
Seen his channel
to buy something that big or take a loan for that.
I wasn't familiar with him until this story, because I have been so deep in that rabbit hole of consuming that content, of touring these ridiculously overpriced property that are just dog shit, where it's like a $55 million mansion tour. This house comes with sci-fi amenities. You walk in and it has a new mother. It cloned your previous mother. It also has an automaton that'll whip up a charcuterie board anytime you ask it to. The shower's made out of plutonium, platinum, and other rare earth minerals. The sink faucets are vibranium, and it also has this 15,000-year-old oak tree planted right in the middle to help.
I've always thought that shit is boring, because I think to myself, what the fuck am I gonna do with all this space? Well, what are you gonna do with all this bullshit? Why? What's this?
With your chakras, that kind of
I find it boring, to be honest.
See, he does those. That's like his bread and butter content, but I'd never seen him before. I didn't know about him until this story, which is surprising.
There are many
but
of them.
Not nearly surprising as the crimes that he is accused of committing. So what happened is an officer visually estimated that he was driving at speeds of around 55 to 60 in a zone where that was excessively fast. So he began to pursue Conover and managed to get him stopped through various maneuvers. The officer exited his vehicle and moved around to the rear of his cruiser, and Mr. Conover allegedly backed his vehicle, rapidly pointed it directly at the officer, and accelerated at him, striking him at a reasonably high rate of speed, and it was alleged that the officer flew between 20 and 40 feet.
Was he on crack? Like cocaine? What? Against an officer? Now that's ballsy.
They also said, we're very fortunate that an amateur drone operator was in the air when he saw the interaction, was able to capture it on video. That video has not been released yet. I imagine it won't, because it's going to be a crucial piece of evidence in this, I would imagine. But I would also guess there's body cam footage too. Now there is footage.
The thing is that every car, I think every police car and even every officer has like body cam. Like, so the car itself has a camera and the police officer has a body cam. So if you have a drone on top of that, oh fuck.
Of the chase that's been released, it's very short footage filmed by someone who was nearby on rollerblades and just happened to capture him fleeing from the police, as well as some footage of the vehicle once they got it stopped. Eric is claiming that he is not the same Eric Conover police want for the attempted murder on that officer, Eric Conover, the YouTuber, is from New York, not New Jersey, as authorities claim, stating, "This seems to be a massive misunderstanding.
Wouldn't that be funny? Like, if he's lying. Like, no, I think, wouldn't it be fun if he was lying about this? Like, he said that, nah, guy, that's another guy. It ain't me. I don't know who the fuck that is. I ain't doing shit.
I'm exactly who I say I am. I'm a YouTuber." Now, we all know YouTubers are some of the most respected individuals on the planet. Their reputation is spotless, up there with, like, firefighters.
Yep.
So him
would never
saying
do anything
that
wrong.
is a big deal. Also, he loves to mention how successful he is as a YouTuber. That's like a core part of his whole personality, even during all of this. He's also currently facing some DWI charges for an arrest that allegedly happened just days earlier. And then when he went to court, as I mentioned at the beginning, he put on quite the performance. He tried to be like the fucking Joker or something there. This guy, he was looking for some kind of Oscar nomination for some really over-the-top villainous acting. He looked unhinged.
Everything right here, and it's all been falsified.
Eric Conover had a lot to say before his arraignment this afternoon.
If anyone dares try to test my mental competence, I will eviscerate every single person with my intelligence right now. And
he's like Charles Xavier from Loki.
Bro, why is he thinking like he's some kind of superpower? He thinks he's like bro, he does that. Yeah, that's a good one. He thinks he's like a mutant. Why is he talking like this? So actually, after he's told everybody, no, that's not me, he comes on here and it's literally him. It kind of looks like him from the thumbnails.
His intelligence is so supreme, he can blow us away with a single thought.
Amazing.
This man is a transcendent being.
He's just too good.
Egotistical.
He's a YouTuber, by the way.
Says the pursuit started after Conover was going 55 in a 35. After 8 miles, Conover stopped and an officer attempted to de-escalate the situation, but Conover allegedly drove at him and hit him in the leg and then sped off for another 28 miles.
Our Father who art in heaven.
The paperwork.
Stop praying! Oh God!
Venture a guess here. When he got pulled over, he was probably drinking. Didn't want another DUI.
Probably.
So he sped at the officer, hit the officer, and drove away. So,
bro thought he was in Fast and Furious.
Not exactly, you know, jaywalking charges or an ounce of weed.
Officer was thrown.
The devil made him do it. Yeah, it was the devil.
Injury.
It took you over.
Conover is facing several charges, including attempted
Are they like
murder.
in a Discord call?
Oh, thank God! Look at me!
Today in
Oh God, bro.
court, Conover was outspoken, claiming that he's a public figure because of his nearly 3 million subscribers on YouTube.
Did he mention his 3 million subscriber on this shit? That's crazy.
And saying this was part of a, quote, police sting against him.
View the police reports in this matter, denies these allegations. He does not agree with the reports as that they are stated.
The defense asked...
I'm very curious what he denies there. If he hit the officer, physically hit the officer with his car and drove away, that's kind of like a tough one to say that it's wrong. Like, no, that's fabricated. It's CGI. That wasn't me.
They made it up.
I'm 12 years old. I can't drive yet. Like, I don't even know what strategy he's
I wasn't even there. I was in New York.
trying to employ. Nah, he ran into my car.
Maybe his car was stung by a bee. No, it was somebody else, guys.
Oh, wait, maybe. Yeah, actually. No, you see, he ran at me and he threw himself off of my car 40 feet.
He made me do it.
And then the jump scare was a lot, so I panicked and I drove away.
Police say he was arrested Friday night for a separate drunk driving charge, which Conover denies.
I've been sober from alcohol for 1,558 days, so to press me on
Cap.
a DUI, I'm a public figure.
The judge did hold Conover
Good defense.
in preventative detention. He's due back.
Yeah, Eric Conover's facing right down the pipe of a lot of things here. It's a laundry list. He's got the DWI, the attempted murder charge, the first-degree assault against a police officer, as well as second-degree assault, reckless conduct with a deadly weapon, conduct after an accident, disobeying an officer, and reckless driving. Man's out here trying to get the platinum trophy for crimes. This is a lot, and it's all very serious. And it seems like he's trying to claim all of the information is falsified, all of the evidence is hooey, it's a load of fucking dirty barnacles, they've got the wrong guy, it's a misunderstanding. He's a big successful YouTuber, it definitely wasn't him, this is truly just a big old mix-up. Now,
had this happen in the state, but the guy actually did kill the police officer with his car, he's up for death penalty now. Damn. I mean, that's the thing. Like, that's why I say, like, I said it was balls to do it against a police officer. It's just generally balls to do it against, like, it's crazy to do it against anybody, because it's very easy that these situations can turn way worse than it is. It's like hitting somebody in the face, you know? Like, you can hit somebody and it was just like, oh, it hurts a little bit. You can also knock them out and they can fall behind on their head. And they can either die or basically paralyze their whole body if they hit their back of their head pretty hard. So, you know, like, you don't escalate to that kind of situation. You don't escalate to like try to drive like onto a police officer. Like, you stay away from that. Like that, if you get that intrusive thought, you say no. You stop. Let the devil, let Jesus. Don't say Jesus take the wheel. Calm down. Just stop, take it easy, back off, because you might either hurt yourself or you're going to hurt someone else in a horrible way.
From what I saw over the last like 10 or 11 days, he had been posting some very concerning stuff on Instagram, and his community was concerned for his mental state.
Oh.
Now, I don't mean to summon the wrath of Eric the Megamind himself right now. I know he said he'd eviscerate anyone that would do so. I'm hoping he won't tear my flesh from my bones using nothing but his intelligence, but it is something his community was worried about with the things he was posting on Instagram, and the one that I keep seeing pop up is this picture. Yeah, the pharmaceutical industry tried to gaslight me that I needed medication too, when all you need is some discipline of your emotional state.
So he's
That
actually
didn't age
crazy.
super well. I don't think the emotional state was controlled optimally. Now, his community was saying that what he was holding was olanzapine, which is apparently used to treat either bipolar disorder or symptoms of schizophrenia. And people are saying that him being off of this medication is most likely the cause for the concerning posts and the spiral that he seems to have been in on Instagram. And
Then I assume that if that's the case, if there's an actual medical record of this, I think that he won't be sent to jail for this kind of trial. Then it's going to be regarding his mental state. And they're probably going to put him on, like, they're probably going to cover him and try to put him somewhere where he can get the proper treatment. Because if this is because he's schizophrenic, the charge in the trial is going to be completely different than what we assume right now.
while, of course, I'm no expert here, I would say that it does probably play a role in everything that has happened recently
Maybe,
with
yeah.
him, as well as his behavior in the court at the hearing there. That kind of stuff is always pretty sad to me, where someone has medication for a very serious thing like that, and then they decide to stop, and then things just fucking spiral out of control.
It's really sad because, like, first of all, it's sad that actually happened to begin with, but it's also sad that he had the actual help. He got the help he needed. He got the medication he needed. And I think about all of those scenarios where there are a lot of people out there that don't get the help they need, don't get the assistance they need, even if they beg for it and try to get it, and they just end up doing something really bad because they couldn't control it. And I think it's bad. It's really sad to see that he just fucking said, I give up, and then this happened. I mean, it really plummeted.
For them. But anyway, very wild story here that I just wanted to talk about briefly. That's really about it. So, yeah.
But that sucks. That I mean, if it's like he has schizophrenia, I don't know. I feel like this whole scenario it turned very differently. I hope he gets the help he needs and everything, and they figure out. I mean, if they have the documentation, shouldn't really be an issue. But yeah.